So, Google's June 2025 core algorithm update has started rolling out, and it's actually July 1st here when I'm making this video. So maybe they should have actually called it the July core update, but anyways, everyone has learned to hate core updates because a lot of them end up doing this and taking away all of your Google traffic. But what's going on with this core update? What's it targeting? In this video, I'm going to be talking about everything we know about Google's June 2025 core update so far, how websites have been affected by it, and what you should be doing. And definitely watch to the end of the video because I've got a 19-point core update checklist for you guys that I'm going to be giving away for free that'll help you navigate this core update as well as any future core updates. All right, let's get into it. I'm Chris Jugis and I help businesses get found through SEO as well as comprehensive digital marketing solutions. But you can go to my website for more information about me or if you'd like to work together. And be sure to subscribe to my newsletter to get instant access to the 19-point checklist that I'm going to be talking about today, as well as a bunch of other free resources in the shared folder for you guys. So just a quick TLDR in case you don't know what a core update is. It's a broad change to Google's search algorithm, which of course affects how it ranks content. Usually they improve how Google assesses relevance, quality, and trust across the web. And during this time, we see big ranking shift to see a bunch of websites start to move around and change positions. Core updates can actually last a couple weeks. You don't necessarily see the drops right in the beginning. I think lately, usually the core updates have been taking about a month to completely roll out. And during that time, you could see your rankings go down and then up again, or up and stay up, or down and stay down, of course. Before this core update, the last one was in March 2025. Then we had one in December 24 and November 24. You can see this website was really affected by the August 23 core update and maybe the October 23 core update as well. Some of these updates can be really big and have drastic effects. Some really don't have that much of an effect at all. They might just be slight tweaks around the edges of their algorithm. And where before core updates used to really be about one thing at a time, now Google has really rolled in a bunch of different changes into these core updates. So it's kind of hard to analyze exactly what's going on, especially in the very beginning. So here's what we know so far about the June 25 core update. First of all, people have been expecting an update to come for quite some time now. There was a bunch of de-indexing going on in May that people have been talking about, and some good advice from RoboHaver here, but we'll get more into the advice section later in the video. You can see in the Google search status dashboard that it is official. The June 25 core update is rolling out. They also made this post on X, which of course doesn't really give any kind of information. The comments are always good though. 80% of people think that Reddit, Quora, and Forbes will continue to rank higher after this update. Again, people had been talking about some volatility before the update, and this usually happens. A lot of the time you actually start seeing volatility before they officially announce it. 90% of people don't believe anything that Google says. 85% of people think that websites hit by Google's helpful content update will not show any signs of recovery. On SEMrush Sensor, we can see that things went into the red recently, but that was actually a couple days ago, and things have kind of always been in the red over the past few months or even year or two. And it looks like Algoroo really isn't showing much increased volatility at all, especially compared to some of these more volatile times in the not so distant past. But again, this is just the very beginning of the update. This could change a lot over the next couple days or even weeks or months. For my own sites, I'm not really seeing any kind of movement at all yet. Sean Anderson is saying that he's not really seeing any movement on all of the helpful content update hit sites that he's tracking. And hopefully you didn't get trolled by this Google search parody account saying that they're going to be winding back the HCU hits to restore traffic and trust with Google. So really across the community, it doesn't really seem to be having that big of an effect quite yet. Got an email from Mary Haynes earlier saying that her prediction is that this is just Google advancing more of their AI stuff into search. You can see that there are a bunch of core updates right around announcements of different Gemini models or updates in different Gemini models, which of course is Google's LLM. But what it could be is Google's new Muvera. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. We'll just say Muvera, and them integrating this into search now. Now this stuff is pretty complex, but just to give a quick TLDR of it, if you're already subscribed to my channel, you probably see me doing videos about AI and how AI search works and how to get ranked in AI. And while we're here, guys, if you're enjoying the video, go ahead and give it a like and give my channel a sub. I got a bunch more content on the way about AI, SEO, digital marketing in general. But really this Muvera model really just moves things more in the direction of AI and helps it really speed up this process. Whereas before it would do 10 different searches, now it can do all the 10 searches at once and make things cheaper for Google and a lot faster. Some quick points. Semantic relevance is more important than keyword matching. Depth and coverage matter more than just keyword optimization. Very well-structured, skimmable content wins. Again, all the stuff we've been talking about AI content in my other videos. AI and LLM style optimization aligns better, which is interesting because like we saw before, some people who have been trying to optimize for AI actually made their Google rankings worse. So maybe the AI and Google algorithm will start being closer together, more of the same thing. And then low quality, thin content will fade faster. So anyways, it could just be that Google is integrating this more into search. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you might have seen this post I made recently about Google voluntary layoffs. And basically what they're doing is clearing out a bunch of their departments and making way for a total realignment towards AI. So the whole idea that this algorithm update is more of the AI stuff being rolled into search makes a lot of sense to me. We got a post from Corey on X as well. It says the new BCAU updates we're seeing today, they're likely part of this shift, bringing multi-vector retrieval and AI integration directly into the core of search. So the update is here. Your rankings may be up or down. What should we do about it? So let's go over the 19-point algorithm update checklist I made for you guys. Again, you can click the link in the description to sign up to my free newsletter to get instant access to this, as well as a bunch of other shared documents in my folder. So number 1 says, don't panic, sit and wait. Knee-jerk changes can backfire. Like we were talking about before, these updates can take a really long time to roll out and things might go up and down. So don't make any big changes immediately. You might end up just making things a lot more difficult for yourself. Number 2, monitor algorithm update tracking tools like the ones I showed you before. We got SEMrush Sensor, we have Algoroo, and we got Google Search Status Dashboard. You can check these things to monitor daily volatility and just see how the entire internet is doing rather than your own website. 3, follow trusted voices for insight. You can go to my website and follow me wherever you want to get access to what I think about stuff. And if you follow me on somewhere like X, you could also look at who I'm following to see where I'm getting a lot of my information from as well. Number 4, investigate the SERPs directly. And what I mean by that is go ahead and type in whatever keyword. Maybe you lost traffic for a keyword. You could type it into Google and you could look and you could see who's ranking number 1 now. Maybe you'll notice some of the websites have actually changed positions. You notice one that wasn't there before, now it's there. Or maybe one of your biggest competitors that was ranking number 1 or number 2, maybe they dropped off of page 1 entirely. Number 5, check Ahrefs SERP overview. So this is basically what we were just doing before, but it makes it a lot easier. Go into organic keywords, then click on SERP over on the right side. And you can very quickly see where this website was before and then where it is after when you set 2 different dates to compare. So this is a really easy way to see exactly what types of websites are going up and what types of websites are going down for your specific keywords. Number 6, check Google Search Console. Usually core updates do not have manual actions, but you should always check for manual actions first. If you receive any kind of major drop in traffic, just go to Google Search Console, hit manual actions, and see if you got anything in here. 7, zoom out and analyze your whole site. Remember that core updates often evaluate site-wide quality, not just a page or 2. So you're really trying to look at your website overall and not just one page. Maybe most of your traffic losses came from one page, but you really want to look for patterns over your entire website versus saying, oh, maybe there's just a problem with only this one page on my site. Number 8, prioritize on-site issues over backlinks. And why I say that is because in these core updates, usually they tend to be more about the on-site stuff, more about your content, more about your things like that. A lot of people might think, oh, maybe my backlinks got me a penalty or something like that. But usually these link updates come in a spam update, like this one right here, the December 24 spam update. And usually what happens in the spam update is if you get hit, is that you will just lose maybe, 10% or 20% of your traffic. Google says, hey, we were giving you some credit for these links before. We don't think these links are valuable anymore, so we're going to just deduct some of your rankings. It's not usually a major traffic loss where you lose all your traffic like this, unless all of your backlinks were spam. But I've never seen that happen in a spam update where a site loses all of its traffic. Number 9, don't rush to make changes. Again, just reiterating this, please don't rush, guys. I would wait at least a month and maybe even longer, however long the update takes to completely roll out and they will announce that it's finished. Let things stabilize before you're making any major site changes. Number 10, play the long game. Forget hacks. Focus on user experience and helpful content. And yes, I know helpful content is kind of a meme at this point, and people like to say that their content is helpful and that Google's guidelines don't matter. But I would say that Google is definitely trying to move in a specific direction, and that direction is that they're trying to get rid of AI spam. They're trying to get rid of lazy SEO content, and they're trying to surface content that's better. And now that they're integrating more of these AI systems into their service, I can expect that their judge of what content actually is helpful will be getting better over time. And user experience is, of course, an important part of helpful content, because if users like your content, if they stay on your page, if they read it, if they don't bounce back to the SERP and click a different website instead, then Google sees this. Number 11, keep publishing quality content. So even if you're losing some traffic, I wouldn't stop publishing content. Keep posting good quality content as well as editing your existing content to make it better. Number 12, keep building quality backlinks. Again, let's say you got hit and you lost a little bit of traffic. Well, one good way to show Google that your site is still trustworthy is if you're still earning quality backlinks, which are votes of confidence from other websites, to show Google that you are still trusted by the community. 13, evaluate your use of AI-generated content. And let's be honest, guys, Even if your content is humanized or you think it's humanized, I've seen a lot of content where people think it's humanized, but it's actually still not good at all. So if you're seeing major ranking drops, definitely be honest with your use of AI content. Are you scaling content? Is it generic? Can anyone write this? Does your business actually have a reason for posting it? So yeah, just be honest with yourself. 14, audit your EAT. So EEAT, experience, expertise, authority, and trust can't really help your rankings, but it can keep you safe from losing all of your rankings. I've got this video on my channel, 51 EAT tactics to make Google trust your site. Definitely give that a watch for a lot more info. 15, carefully consider content pruning. Content pruning is when you remove content from your website that either is very low quality or maybe doesn't belong on your website at all. Maybe it's outside of your core expertise. But again, please don't start deleting a bunch of content off your website. Let things settle and really do an in-depth audit before you do this. I don't want anyone to come to me saying, hey, I removed like half of my website and it made things worse. Only prune low-performing, non-indexed, outdated content with no value, content that doesn't belong on your site, etc. 16, understand rollouts and recoveries take time. We already mentioned that rollouts can take even a month to roll out or maybe even longer than a month. But recoveries can actually take a really long time too, so you don't need to rush. Again, yes, it's really bad that you're losing all your traffic, but a lot of the times it's not even possible to see a recovery until the next core update. So that could be months later before Google even allows you to recover your rankings. So you don't need to rush, take things slowly, analyze everything, and then move forward with a plan. 17, diversify your traffic sources. And this is something I'm talking about with all of my clients now, especially in the age of AI. This could potentially help get some of your traffic back because Google likes to see websites that are getting traffic from things that are not just Google search. However, the real main reason of this is just so that your business is not so vulnerable. So if you're also getting traffic from having an email newsletter, from social media, from YouTube, whether that's longs or short videos, from AI, from Reddit and communities, from paid, from pay-per-click, from influencer marketing. If you're getting traffic from all of these places, then a Google update and a little fluctuation in traffic is not going to hurt you as much. So I highly recommend doing all of this stuff for whatever ones make the most sense for your brand. 18, and no one likes this, but you might need to reassess your monetization model. Like we saw in the helpful content updates, it looked like Google really just had it out for these websites that were monetized only with ads or with affiliate links, and they don't really have any kind of service or any real purpose of their own other than providing this content, hoping you'll click their link or just getting ad revenue from being on their website. You can still make money doing these things, but it's a lot riskier right now. It's not really an area I don't want to be in. And here are some things you could consider monetizing with other than just ads or affiliate links. Just by adding these stuff to your website, you might not see recovery, so it's not an answer that people like. And number 19, avoid recency bias. What a lot of people will do is they'll say, hey, well, I built backlinks on this day from a new provider and now I lost all of my traffic. So of course, these backlinks are the things that cause the problem. But really, that's not the case at all. These core updates really look at everything on your website and they look at your cumulative quality over time, not just what you recently did. What you recently did might have pushed you over the edge a little bit. So maybe you added some more AI spam content to your website and it pushed you over their threshold and they said, okay, a too big percentage of your website has this low quality AI content, and now we're going to take away your traffic. But don't just automatically default to saying that the most recent thing that you did caused the problem. Really, you're going to want to do an in-depth audit to get a good idea of what's going on. So just to wrap things up real quick, we are still very early in the update, but like Corey and Marie were thinking, I think that this idea that they're just integrating more of these AI features into search makes a lot of sense. Also remember that there haven't been big changes yet, but this could be the calm before the storm. So if you see anything crazy going on with your website in the next 1 week or 1 month or so, there's a good chance it has something to do with the core update. Of course, stay tuned on my channel. I'll be covering this more in depth as we get more information. And make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter to get more updates on this directly in your inbox, as well as instant access to the core update checklist I was just going over with you guys. All right, guys, like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, it really helps me out a lot. And if you're interested in working together, go ahead and click the link in the description. All right, guys, good luck out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.